So today we're going to talk about Catharsis Tarot and what that has to do with. You know, most tarot decks, they deal with one theme and not necessarily parallel myths, but they'll have like a Greek deck, an Egyptian deck. The Rider-Waite deck, the most famous, I guess one of the most famous decks, deals with all kinds of archetypes and symbols from all over. And that's kind of what we were trying to do here with Catharsis Tarot. So, my name's J.S. Moore. Myself and an artist named Jared Howcroft created Catharsis Tarot. I always wanted to create my own deck. I wrote a bunch of books, nonfiction, children's books, things like that. And I've always been very fascinated by mythology and history, and not necessarily the history that they teach you in school, because I read a book called Lies My Teacher Told Me, and that made me kind of unravel the thread of the education that I was brought up to believe, and then the real history out there that maybe is a little bit covered up. So my grandmother has always read cards. My mother reads cards, but she does a standard 52 card deck that you're used to playing poker and bridge and 21 with. So this is just kind of a brief introduction. Now, if you ordered one of these off of Kickstarter, you should be getting it this week. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, 2019. You can see the deck cover here. It's Tutankhamun. You gotta look close. Look close. See the honeybees? All right, when you open it up, you have Nefertiti with her wrappings unraveling. And we called it Catharsis Tarot because catharsis is about release. If you're familiar with the Buddhist belief of a bodhisattva or enlightenment. So, what people don't understand about tarot is it's called the Fool's Journey. So you and I, anyone watching this, was brought into the world squalling and screaming and as innocent as could be. Look here at the gilded edges. And we chose the green man for the card back. So every card back is the green man. It's got the gold gilded edges, kind of sticking with that Egyptian theme. Now, the zero card is the Fool. Now we'll get into that a little bit later. All right. For the coin cards, we used Egyptian pantheon, that belief system. We used Greek or Roman pantheon for our cup cards. Those would be red. The Egyptian were more purple. We used Norse mythology for our spears cards. This is Hugin and Munion. They are Odin's ravens. That means thought and memory. But every day they bring him messages from all over the world. And then for the swords cards or the club suit, we use the Tuatha De Danann. The Tuatha De Danann were responsible for Newgrange, a Neolithic passage tune about 45 minutes north of Dublin. And also they're responsible for Stonehenge. Most people tie the children of Danu or the Tuatha De Danann in with the survivors of Atlantis, or the enlightened ones. The Magician. This is the number 1 card, is the second card in the major arcana. The High Priestess. The Two of Coins. The Two of Cups. The Two of Spears. The Two of Swords. The Empress. Love that. The Three of Coins. The Three of Cups. Here we have Medusa. The Three of Spears. The Three of Swords. Heartbreak. The Four of Coins. Now the coins are represented in our cards as scarabs. You should do a little research on the scarab beetle. when it comes to Egyptian mythology or that pantheon of beliefs. The Four of Cups. Here you have Puck or a satyr. The Four of Spears. The Four of Swords. The Emperor. The Five of Coins. Five of Cups. The Five of Spears. The Five of Swords. The Hierophant. Very happy with this card. I cannot be more pleased with Howcroft's artwork. It's amazing. You start looking here, you start seeing other symbols here, but we chose to not use like a Catholic Pope per se, but a Native American shaman, which would be a lot more attuned to nature, which is more appropriate for what tarot are meant for, which is a therapy. Six of Coins, Six of Cups. I believe that's Aphrodite, if I'm not mistaken. Six of Spears. Love that. Six of Swords. The Lovers. This is based on Helen of Troy and Paris. And we're going to go, and this is going to be part 1. Please tune in to part 2. Thanks for watching.